of you? Okay, all of you sit down. So, yesterday class I gave a brief introduction about what is communication and what is the portion of your computer. Okay. So, today we will start a new chapter, that is from your book. Okay. So, that chapter is communication skills. So, who can tell me what is communication? Again I am asking you, what is communication? Who can tell me? Anyone? Yes, Archita. Okay, thank you. Basa?
The process by which a sender sends a message to the receiver and the receiver give a feedback to the sender.
Okay, all of you, thank you so much, sit down. Okay, so communication is nothing. Communication is all about a bi-directional conversation in which we exchange our words, exchange our message to the receiver through what? Words, or through like non-verbal, like posture, like you have to mention your expression. Okay. So, coming to the methods of communication, that divided into three parts, that is verbal and non-verbal, and the third one is visual. Okay. So, that is three part. First one is verbal communication, second one is non-verbal, and the third one is visual. Okay, coming to the first one, what is verbal communication? Verbal communication, nothing, it's a type of communication where you are using words to share information with others. So, in this communication mainly you are using words to communicate your message to the receiver. That is called verbally, and that is called verbal communication. Okay. So, verbal communication can be spoken or written. Okay. You can write, like you can speak in front of all, like if you want to convey your message to all, you can speak, and through that words you can convey your message, or you can write. Okay. So, verbal communication is further divided into two parts. The first one is oral or spoken communication, and the second one is written communication. Okay. When we talk about verbal communication, here we use word. Word, how could we use word? In two ways, either we can spoke or orally we can say, and the second one is we can write down. Okay. So, the next one is the examples of oral or verbal communication. Okay. So, the first one is face to face conversation, like we are, like I am teaching you inside the class. Okay. I have a conversation, face to face conversation with you. Okay. Whatever I am speaking to you, you are listening to me. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Oh, this is a bidirectional communication, and this is called what? Verbal communication, because I am using words to convey my message to you. Okay, all of you understand? All of you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the second one is using telephone. When you are talking with your friends or relatives over phone, on that time what happen? You are conveying your message through words, same thing, but you can't see that person, that's why it is not including face to face conversation. Okay. So, this is telephonic conversation. Inside that conversation also you are using word to convey your message. Okay. This is also an example of oral or spoken communication. All of you understand?
Yes,
and the second one is the coming to the next, we will learn about what is the advantage of oral communication. Who can tell me what is the advantage? Like what you get, like if I am teaching inside the class, like if I will teach you in pen and paper I will give you. Okay. So, what is, like if I will represent something non-verbally. Okay. So, what is the difference between that? What is the advantage over this verbal communication to the non-verbal? What do you observe? Yes?
By verbal communication, we can know that the receiver is interested in the topic or not, he or she is understanding the topic or not.
Yes, very good. That is sit down. That is spoken word have more impact of words on the listener. I am speaking in front of you, so I have a more impact of words on you. If I will write something or I will give you a sheet of paper, like you just go through that paper, if you have any doubt you can ask me another class. So that will not bring the same impact the way I am teaching you inside the class. That is the benefit. Okay. So impact of the listener, that will be more on spoken word. Next is speed of communication is very fast. Okay. So like in non-verbal what happen, like in written or non-verbal. Written what happen, like if I will give you some written information to you, then after that you will read that sheet, and after you will find that out, then you can ask me. In this process, at least if you want to cover one page, you will take 1 to 2 hours, because you will take that paper and you will read that paper, again you will give the feedback and again I will explain it to you. If I will communicate with you in orally verbally, okay, like I am teaching you what is communication. Again if you have any doubt, you can ask me instantly, excuse me ma'am, I have this doubt. So the communication is very fast. All of you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
The most important thing is that immediate feedback from the listener is available. Okay, this is the most important, the plus point of oral and or spoken communication. Immediate feedback is what? Received. But in other case, like take another example in like company. Okay, if I want to apply in a company, so I am writing a job offer, like applying letter to that concerned company. I don't know, I wrote this letter yesterday, and maybe like if they will be free, they will check my letter. Whatever I am applying for, like which like destination. Okay. So after that, if they will view my letter, after 1 to 2 days, they will reply to me. So the process is very lengthy. They will see my letter, they will view my letter, after that they will reply me. But in case of oral or verbal communication, this is very fast. Okay, if I will go for interview, then they will take my interview, and after that 1 to 2 hours they will give me reply that whether you will selected or not. Okay. So the feedback we get very immediate from the listener. Okay. The second one is, what is the disadvantage of oral communication? Okay, what is the disadvantage? The first one is cannot cover large distances. Okay, like yesterday I gave you an example. If the class is very large, okay, so like some students are sitting like far from me, like 500, like 200 distance from me, more than that. So the distance cover, I cannot cover the distance. Maybe that will bring a negative impact on student, because they don't listen to me, they don't understand anything from me, because they are sitting far from me. And I cannot, like if I want to like know about like what they understand, I can't cope up with those students, those who are staying those who are sitting long from me. Okay. So the second one is no permanent record for oral communication. Okay. So here I am speaking in front of you, I am teaching something to you and you are listening. Okay. If I will writing something in the blackboard, then you will write something. So here no record, no permanent record is there. नहीं रख सकते हो क्या? If I will give you some paper, then you can carry that. If you have any doubt later on, if you will move to your home, after that you will think about it, like today in class, whatever, like in computer class what madam taught, let me recall. If you will, like in case if you will forget something, so you don't have some permanent record, you will go through that and you will see that this what taught in the class. Okay. So in oral communication, no permanent record is found. Another example is that, like if like in general what happen, if I want to borrow some money from you, okay, and you gave me money, okay, and you tell me you have to give this, you have to return this money after 2 days or after day after tomorrow, and I took that money from you. Like after 2 days, when you ask me like why don't you give my money, return my money, and I told you no. Which money? I did not take any money from you. So what happened here? If that person give a written information, okay, that I gave this much of money and you have to return after 2 days. So that will like in case I will not return money to you, in that case you can show that sheet. Look at here, you sign here and you take money from me. Okay. So here this is the disadvantage of oral communication. No permanent record for oral communication is there. All of you understand? Record only available if the message is recorded or transcribed. Okay. If the recording process is there, if they can record my whole speech, whole teaching class, that is maybe available for you the next. But in case if that was not available, then you will not find the record. Okay. The last thing is not suitable for lengthy messages. Okay. If I will take 2 hours class, then in between that you can only remember half an hour, like whatever I deliver to you. Okay. If I will give a what? Sheet. If you do not understand about, or like if you will go through that sheet, if you do not understand, then you can come to me and you can ask me after that day that I have this doubt and that doubt. Okay. But I have, if I will teach you inside the class, if I will have a verbal communication with you, but if you write down, it is okay. If you have a recording of that class, it is okay. But another, like in another way, you can't access my what? Teaching until I will come to the next class. All of you understand?
Yes,
So the next is written communication. Written communication, what is the written communication? Same thing. In spite of what? Instead of spoken and oral, in this way you will involve what? Writing of words. In oral communication, you are speaking words. In written communication, you are writing words. All of you understand what is the difference between writing and oral? Okay. So the examples are, in written communication, written words are used, letters, notes, notices, reports, manuals, SMS, emails, etc. are the parts of written communication. Okay. If you want to convey a message, you can text on mobile also. Okay. If the concerned person not receiving your call, you can text on SMS. Okay. If you want to write a letter, if you want to convey your message, if you want to apply for leave, the same thing you are writing application to the principal. If you want to go what? Like urgently, if you want to go home, then you have to take permission from the concerned class teacher. Okay. At that case also you are writing application. Okay. In this way you can communicate through letter. The second thing is SMS is used for sending short message through mobile phones. Okay. So here is another example. If anybody they can't receive your call, at that time you can text them back. If you are free, then you can call me back. Okay. So the second one is, the third one is email use. So nowadays all of the people, like all whether starting from the school and companies, or in all formal institution, in all formal workplace, the people are vastly using mails, because mails are very formal. Okay. And they are very personal. If a person want to mail you, he can directly mail to your what? Account, email account, and you can personally check there. So the next is, what is the advantage of written communication? So the first advantage is, written communication is very economical. A letter sent through an ordinary post requires only postage stamp is 5. This is very cheap and very economical. Okay. If you want to send a letter, then you can send it within 5 rupees. Okay. And the second is, written communication is more accurate than the verbal communication. These messages are checked and read before sending. For example, I am teaching you inside the class, maybe I have some mistake in my teaching process, maybe in the flow, because like ऐसा होता है. But if I will give you what? Some paper about this communication chapter. So before I am giving you that paper, I have to read that paper, because I am handing you and what? Written information. that must be accurate. Okay, so always written information is more accurate than the spoken. The another very like is example is, if I will ask you someone what is communication, maybe you can answer that communication very like finally very good way, but if I will ask you write the definition of communication, you will write better than spoken or not. This is possible not, because when you are writing something you have whole head on that what words what you are writing, because तुम एक प्रूफ दे रहे हो, लिख कर दे रहे हो. मैं ऐसे बोल दूंगी तो बाद में तुम बोल सकते हो नहीं ऐसा क्या हो गया, बोले तो मना भी कर सकते हो. इफ यू आर राइटिंग समथिंग यू आर गिविंग अ प्रूफ दैट यू आर राइटिंग दिस. ओके, ऑल ऑफ यू अंडरस्टैंड? So the next is permanent record is available for written communication. Okay, you always you can keep that as a permanent record. No one can deny you that record was given by something, because you can show that look, this was the record you gave me yesterday. Okay, so permanent record is available. And then next is written communication is more reliable. Okay, who can tell me what is reliable? What is reliable? बोलते हैं ना the person is वो very reliable person, he have a very reliable personality, reliability जिसे हम बोलते हैं. What do you mean by reliable? Reliable is trustworthy. Okay, trust the person with whom we can trust. Trustworthy जिसे बोलते हैं उसे reliable बोलते हैं, reliability. So written information, written written communication is more reliable because you have that proof. You can trust the concerned person because he already give a written piece of information to you. So written communication is more reliable. All of you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Now you can write down the oral communication advantage and disadvantage, and written communication advantage and disadvantage. Whatever you like understand from this class, you just write down like 2 to 3 points or 1 points, whatever, and let me know. That is very easy. Advantage is oral communication, speed of communication is very fast, spoken words have more impact of words on the listeners, and immediate feedback you can get from the receiver. Okay. And the another side, disadvantage of spoken communication is it cannot cover larger distance. No permanent record for oral communication is available. And the third one is not suitable for the lengthy messages. Okay. So in the next class we will discuss what? Disadvantage of written communication and non-verbal communication. Thank you so much.